One thing I've learned in my life, when people are proud of their achievements, they like to show it. When people don't fare so well, like in their grades, they don't want that shown. This goes right along with, we got a whole segment of people that claim they have high IQs. And some of these high IQ people write me and they can't even spell. Go figure, y'all. High IQ and can't spell. Now, Trump is one of those people that claimed he has a high IQ, which we know Trump does not have a high IQ, y'all. Mm-mm. And at one point in time, if you remember, he challenged Obama to show his school records. Okay. When it comes time for Trump to show his, he hides it. Trump was not a good student, y'all. Mm-mm. Trump was not a good student. This came out in the Washington Post. Grab that record. How Trump's high school transcript was hidden. But see, Trump came out in the forefront a couple of years ago. Some of you may remember that, telling Obama to show his records. Kind of hypocritical, isn't it? This came out March 5th, 2019. In 2011, days after Donald Trump challenged President Barack Obama to show his records to prove that he hadn't been a terrible student. Now, look who got their mouth open. Didn't one of Trump's teachers come out and said he was dumb? One of the dumbest students he ever had. Go back and look up that story. One of his teachers came out and said he was dumb. The headmaster at New York Military Academy got an order from his boss, find Trump's academic records and help bury them. But I thought he had a high IQ. Why wouldn't you want to show that? The superintendent of the private school came to me in a panic because he had been accosted by prominent, wealthy alumni of the school who were Mr. Trump's friends and who wanted to keep his record secret. Recall Evan Jones, the headmaster at the time. Yeah, because he was not a good student, y'all. He said, "You need to go grab that record and deliver it to me because I need to deliver them I need to deliver it to them." The superintendent, Jeffrey Coverdale, confirmed Monday that members of the school board of trustees initially wanted to hand over President Trump's records to them, but Coverdale said he refused. He was given directives, part of which I could follow, but part of which I could not. And that was handing them over to the trustees, he said. I moved them elsewhere on campus where they could not be released. It's the only time I've ever moved an alumnus records. The former NYMA officials' recollections add new details to one of the allegations that Michael Cohen, this is one of the things Michael Cohen said last week about hiding Trump's academic records. Trump's critics defend his reputation, said that Trump ordered him to threaten his high school and colleges and the college board to never release his grades or SAT scores. They weren't good, y'all. They weren't good. They weren't good. He was not a good student. Mm-mm. Trump has frequently boasted that he was a stellar student. He's lying. But he declined throughout the 2016 campaign to release any of his academic records. telling the Washington Post then, I'm not letting you look at anything because they're not good. They're not good, y'all. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can play this for y'all.
When I say con man, I'm talking about a man who declares himself brilliant, but directed me to threaten his high school, his colleges, and the college board to never release his grades or SAT scores. As I mentioned, I'm giving the committee today copies of a letter I sent at Mr. Trump's direction, threatening these schools with civil and criminal actions if Mr. Trump's grades or SAT scores were ever disclosed without his permission. And these are under Exhibit 6.
Okay, and you got the superintendent, Jeffrey Coverdale, corroborating exactly what Cohen said. He's saying the same thing. So in this instance, Cohen is telling the truth because somebody at the school is saying that's exactly what happened. And they had to hide his records. They had to move them somewhere else because they were demanding Trump school records. Cohen told the truth. Last year, he said he heard I was first in my class. Now, everybody, think about the people in your school that were first in class. Did they act anything like Trump? Hell no. At the University of Pennsylvania Wharton's business program, I knew a few people that went to that school, by the way, where he finished his undergraduate degree. But Trump's name does not appear on the school's dean's list or on the list of students who received academic honors in his class of 1968. Trump was a lousy student, y'all. He was a lousy student. Trump spent 5 years at the military academy, starting in the fall of 1959, after his father had concluded that his son, then in the 7th grade, needed more discipline, focus, setting, a more disciplined, focused setting. And he's still not disciplined, y'all. Trump is not a disciplined person. I mean, am I lying? If I'm lying, put it in the comment section. Trump is not a disciplined person. Removed him from his Queens private school and sent him upstate to NYMA. At the academy, which modeled its strict code of conduct after the nearby U.S. Academy at West Point. I had a few friends that went to West Point, by the way. Trump loved competing to win contests for cleanest room or best made bed. Those are not top achievements, okay? Those are not top achievements. I mean, and that's very nice that he knows how to do domestic work and make a good bed, but those are not high achievements. Although not known as an academic standout, he was a prominent baseball player and was well known on campus for bringing women there and showing them around. None of those things are high achievements. And even him being a baseball player, did he go pro? Now, I want y'all to think about this. Trump did not go to Vietnam War due to bone spurs. How is it that he could play baseball well, but he couldn't go into the military due to bone spurs and fight in the Vietnam War? He couldn't be drafted, but he could run around and play baseball and claim he was good at baseball. And you know it requires running to play baseball, y'all, doesn't it? Again, tell me in the comment section whether you agree with me or not. How is it that you were good at baseball, but when it came time to be drafted, you had bone spurs and couldn't go to Vietnam. Am I the only one that sees this? Despite getting a series of Vietnam medical deferments for bone spurs in his feet, Trump has said that his military academy background provided more training militarily than a lot of his guys that go into the military. Well, that's all the more reason why you should have went to Vietnam, right? Doesn't that justify why he should have went? Wow. Trump told the Post during the 2016 campaign that he did very well under the military system. I became one of the top guys at the whole school, which Trump always talks like this, but it's really not the case. He claims he's the best president of all times, and we know that's not true. Whoa, this man knows how to talk a good game, don't he? He said his parents originally sent him there because I was a wise guy and they wanted to get me in line. Yeah, you were one of them old flippy mouth kids that should have had your ass beat. That's what that's what was wrong with you. Okay. So this is just talking about Trump's experience at school, which no defense, but I'm not interested in that. But I just wanted you to see how he got on the bullhorn for Obama to reveal everything, and Trump has yet to reveal his college grades, his high school grades, his tax returns. He's sure not into revealing things, is he? See, people like that need to be humble and be quiet. And we know Trump is none of the above. He's not going to be humble and he certainly ain't going to be quiet. But he wants to get on the bullhorn and tell everybody else to reveal things while he keeps everything hidden. But I'm just amazed at somebody that claims they were excellent at baseball. They were good at baseball, but when it came time for the draft, he had all kinds of bone spurs. Now, how did you play all of that baseball and run around and not complain about your bone spurs, but when it came down to the draft, now you're complaining about bone spurs? How convenient. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is pretty hilarious. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.